Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I made it to the Sun Princess. I'm on board, and first off, I just want to say thank you to every single person who wanted to say hi yesterday. I must have been stopped between getting on the ship and walking around the ship over 50 times. I met some wonderful people last night, super nice to me. And I really want to say I really appreciate it, and thanks, and I look forward to sailing with you all over the next 2 weeks. So let's get into some of the news, though, because we have problems for Royal Caribbean. We have almost 100 people came down with gastronomical illness on board a cruise ship, and yeah, so many problems. So the first story we have is the Utopia of the Seas, the brand new cruise ship by Royal Caribbean, suffered a minor power failure on her current four-day sailing. However, as the systems got restored very, very quickly, the one system that did not get restored quickly was the air conditioning on board. And if you have ever been on a cruise ship, when the air conditioning's not working, you know it can get stifling hot on a cruise ship, especially one that holds over 6,000 passengers and 2,000 crew members. So it got very, very warm, and in fact the captain even made an announcement asking people to keep all the outside doors closed as much as possible, including balconies, etc. Don't open your balcony to try and let air in, because it actually was letting humidity and heat into the cruise ship, which made it even warmer. It took a few hours before the air conditioning was finally restored, making it a rather uncomfortable couple hours while you're on board. But you know what? You're still on board a cruise ship. It's not that horrible. Let's just put it that way. One thing that's really disappointing for some people, the brand new, also largest cruise ship in the world, the Icon of the Seas, has to cancel her next sailing because we're not sure. Just maintenance, unplanned maintenance. So the September 28th 7-day sailing has been officially canceled. Instead, the ship will remain in Miami and undergo repairs in port. Now, the ship seems to be sailing all right. It's not sailing at full speed right now, but it's sailing at the proper speed, say, to get to its next destination on time, which is not unusual, right? Ships don't always go at full speed. They go at the speed to save fuel and make it a smooth journey for passengers to their next stops. They did cancel one of the current sailings ports of call, but it does seem like they're going to the next one, which would be St. Thomas. So it looks like they're going to make that one and then head back to Miami, where the cruise will be canceled, and they are undergoing repairs. They're not saying if it's engine problems or what the issues are. However, you don't normally cancel a sailing unless it's one of two things. It's either a very big safety reason, or it is mechanical in nature, that is like food supply, or the generators are overheating, or the engines aren't making full speed. It has to be something very, very severe, because by accounts, all other venues on board, the restaurants are all running smoothly, the entertainment systems are all running smoothly. It just seems that this must be mechanical in some way. Now, Royal Caribbean has come out and they are offering, for this short notice and everything, it's only a few days away before this sailing, I think a very generous compensation offer. Let's put it that way. It's very generous. First of all, you're getting all your things that you booked, specialty dining if you did that, your drink packages if you did that, your shore excursions if you did that, all will be refunded back to your original form of payment. Plus, they are refunding you the full voyage fare, of course, for that. And they're giving you a 100% future cruise credit for the cost of the cruise. Plus, if you have to change your airfare and cancellations, they're offering $200 For people who are flying nationally, like from the United States, or if you flew internationally, like myself from Canada, you would get $400 compensation to help pay for those flight cancellations or hotel cancellations that you have to pay for and cover on your own as well. But at the cost of the Icon of the Seas sailings and cabins, that's a pretty hefty amount of money that most people will be getting back. You know, the average cost on the Icon is between $5,000 to $7,000 a cabin. So that's not a little bit of money that they're talking about refunding to everybody, and then you get that money to use on any other future cruise. It does not have to be Icon. So you could choose a ship like the Allure of the Seas and maybe get 2 sailings out of her, or stay in a big suite for the same cost that you would stay in a mini suite or a balcony on the Icon on some particular sailings. Not all, but some. Not a bad compensation offer, but it is worrisome that a year, not even a year out after launch of a brand new design of cruise ship, it has to go in for emergency maintenance. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, and it's more of a thing that they're just taking precautionary measures. Next, we have a P&O cruise ship. It is on its 30-day round trip from Southampton. It left around the 5th of September, and it's currently already gone through a bunch of ports in the United States, and it's heading up into Halifax. It is now reporting that it has about 70 to 80 passengers on board with gastronomical illness, as well as 11 to 12 crew members, about 98 in total, only 2 shy of 100 of their 3,000 passenger capacity has norovirus on board of some kind. They're not calling it norovirus, they're just calling it a gastronomical illness while on board. Yeah, not a particularly fun way to spend your cruise, but most people who come down with this are normally in your cabin 3 days or so. If you're unlucky like myself when you catch it, you're in your cabin about 5 days, depending on how severe it can be. Not a fun thing to do, but they have reported it. They've also instituted new procedures that are common amongst all cruise lines when this happens, because cruise lines, if you ever go into their kitchen areas and their dining areas, are some of the cleanest areas you will find anywhere in the world. They have such strict regulations and procedures in place that it's normally, you know, spotless and shining, and you can't do this here, you have to do it over there. Like they're really good at keeping food separate and things like that. And in the cleaning areas, they are instituting more cleaning, even more than the stringent cleaning they already do, to make sure that this doesn't spread any further. And they're just asking passengers who are on board that if you are experiencing this, to please remain in your cabin for a couple days until it subsides before going back out, so you don't spread it to other people, which hopefully most people would consider doing, and not just heading back out no matter what. And it doesn't matter, I'm going to enjoy myself even if I'm not feeling that well, and affect others. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that people don't feel that way at all. So there you go. Icon of the Seas already having emergency maintenance causing them to cancel a cruise altogether. Let me know in the is this the next Carnival ship Vista class that always had keeps having those engine issues? Hopefully the Icon's not going to start having those issues as well. I mean, they haven't even launched the next Star of the Seas yet, the next Icon class, and this one is going in for emergency repairs. Not a particularly good sign. All the fingers crossed that it's minimal. Well, I hope you appreciate this update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.